the nation's attention to a very profound issue that touches social justice, rule of law, constitutionalism, and fundamental human rights. As part of the Museveni's military dictatorship, in order to consolidate his monarchical tendencies, he has waged a years-long war on judicial independence, undermining and sacrificing quality to the altar of sectarianism and dogmatism. So he's staffing the judiciary with tangly cadres who are willing to do his will at his beck and call anytime. One of the most outrageous examples of such incompetence, bias, and spineless dogmatism is Judge Baguma-Emmanuel, who is mishandling the matters of Besigye against the law, against the logic, and against morality. For long, we have suffered with Baguma in this Besigye trial, but we have been trying to be cautious, to be professional, and to not stir the waters. But we have come to the end of the road with patience with Judge Baguma, who we retaliate is exhibiting unprecedented levels of incompetence, of bias, and complicity in the political persecution of Besigye and Rutale. When the file of the duo was committed for trial to the High Court, it was committed to a specific division of the High Court. It is called International Crimes Division of the High Court. It was not committed to the Criminal Division. But thanks to the mafia efforts of just judges like Baguma, who actually put the registered files under lock and key, and I think this is the second time we are crying about this, the files were grabbed from the Criminal Division by Baguma to the High Court Division, and now he's the one in charge of them. In April, he was with them since April, and he took forever to decide them. And even when we had a meeting with the head of the division, of the Criminal Division, we were very succinct, we were very clear that owing to the hostility exhibited to members of the legal team, including our international jurist, Martha Karua, that Baguma was not a fit and proper judge to handle and preside over a Besigye matter because of his inherent and unmitigated bias towards Besigye and Rutale. The head of the division was ambivalent and didn't act. It seems Baguma is even more powerful than the other judges of the division. You will recall that myself, once I was freed on 4th April, the judge who freed me was immediately expunged from that division. My case was the final case he handled. They brought two judges specifically to harass Besigye and Rutale. Baguma is the leader of that plot in the Criminal Division. He's executing it with surgical efficiency. So if you walk away from this press conference with 2 points, it is one, that the fire of Besigye and Rutale is supposed to be with the International Criminal Division, where it was committed during broad daylight by Nantege Christine when she committed these files to the Criminal Division. The miraculous attempt, how Baguma now grabs a criminal International Crimes Division file from those judges to his docket is miraculous, is perplexing, is mind-boggling, is numbing, but it is also unconstitutional, it's illogical, and it begs answers as to what does Baguma Emmanuel want from these files. He doesn't want to release the people. When we talked about their abduction in Kenya, he looked visibly annoyed. When we sent our lead, when we tried to access his chambers, all of us out, except 3 of us, whom he went on a tirade of hostility. So we have reached the end of the road. We are tired of his complicity in political persecution, and we are reminding him that he should stop insisting on these files. Today, he had scheduled a date, but we refused to go there, and we decided to come here and talk to the Ugandan people about this hate of injustice. And we hope that Ugandans can see this for what it is. It is judicial persecution of our clients, and it needs to be resisted by the entire public, politically and otherwise, because for us as lawyers, we are running out of legal options. Ugandans need to take this up themselves and stop Baguma from harassing Besigye. The reason Besigye and Rutare are still in detention is not the law is on their side. It is Justice Baguma and the people he's working with, the people for whom he's there conduit. He's the conduit. And you know these people. It's the military dictatorship. It is Museveni, it is Muhozi who are harassing Baguma, Besigye, and Baguma is now their agent at the criminal division. I hope the message is very clear. Thank you. We have been fighting on of acting judges. The Constitutional Court ruled on its illegality, but Museveni continues wrongly appointing acting judges. We have seen a story in the press today. It is unfortunate that they are creating artificial crises. The problem with temporary judges or BAO judges, to be very clear, because judges are not supposed to do chair. So Museveni has inaugurated the best judiciary of creating chair judges. Your chair is 1 year, your chair is 2 years. It undermines judicial independence. It erodes the concept of an impartial judge, because these judges who have no security of tenure cannot exercise independent judicial reasoning, because they are afraid that if they do so, their tenures will not be renewed, their contracts, their BAO will expire. So that is a very important issue. Thank you, Andrew, for reminding me. I hope that's very clear. The remedy is Justice Baguma, if you are listening, take the back to the Criminal International Crimes Division where it was committed to. If you have a problem with the International Crimes Division, where the written indictment shows that the file was committed, and we as lawyers were there when it was committed, and it is the office of the DPP that committed there, then you may as well even take the files back to Nakawa so that they are committed afresh to your division if you want. But this abuse, obdurate abuse of procedure, this irregularity that injures justice is very uncouth and unacceptable. What are we going to do? We are not miracle workers, but we hope that you listen to reason, you listen to the constitution. If you don't, the people of Uganda will take care of you, because this is about matters of national importance. We are not punishing our clients. We are here because of our clients. Dr. Retired Colonel Chiza Besigye and Haj Rotary Obed have been very clear. They couldn't have been clear themselves. If you see them in any Baguma court, know that that is an abduction. They are not going to appear before Baguma Emmanuel. That is, they are not willing to sacrifice justice on the altar of judicial incompetence and bias of Baguma, which is unmistakable, undisguised, and undisguisable. It is Besigye's instruction that we don't go to that Baguma court. It's just that we also agree with those reasons. That's why I'm not even, yes, Besigye says Baguma is incompetent, and I agree. I also say it. It's not only Besigye saying it. Yes. Rotary says Baguma is biased, and I agree with Rotary. Yes, Baguma is biased, and yeah. So our clients were the first to see this injustice, and we agree with them. Thank you. The Besigye and Rotary. That's why we are even wearing t-shirts. We would be in robes. These things have nothing to do with the law or the constitution. It have everything to do with military dictatorship and the consolidation of the monarchy, the Mhoz project. That's why this guy is on detention. So think Mhoz project, think Ugandans need a revolution. It's in the new Uganda that this injustice can stop. Otherwise, if you don't remove Museveni and stop his son, these injustices are only going to multiply. You get me? Chetubadde ekituleese wano ku makya nga tetunafuna breakfast bannayuganda, nsonga nkulu nnyo ekwatagana ku byamateeka ate ku byasemateeka kiri ku fayiro ya Besigye ne Rutale eziri wa Baguma nga Baguma yaziwamba nga yazeddiza ng'akozesa amaanyi agayitiridde, ate nga fayiro omulamuzi Nantege naye yalina ebizibu bye, naye yagikomitinga n'egenda mu International Crimes Division. Mu buwombeefu obw'amaanyi tusaba Baguma fayiro agizze mu International Crime Division gye yagijja oba akole ki agizze Nakawa we yava nakyo kikwe, naye tumulabye fayiro yagitulira yagaana n'okuzikwatako naye ng'azitulidde mu ofiisi ye kuva April kutuuka bwe yatandika kusalamu ebitategeerekeka. Besigye ne Rutale bagamba nti bagenda kulinnyayo era bwe mubalaba mu kooti ya Baguma mumanya nti babawambye, njere gye yawamba fayiro zaabwe. Tuli balambukufu ku kintu ekiriko message eno eva wa clients baffe, naye naafe nga baroya tukanya nayo lwaki twambadde t-shirt zino. Ate owulira kati Baguma abisindise bino nabyo kati tetukanya n'ekintu eky'omulamuzi Baguma kubanga yekadda wa Museveni, yekadda wa Muhoozi, kubanga atulugunya Besigye ng'ayisa mu ofiisi ey'obulamuzi. Tukivumirira kikome. Ate ebintu ebimwe ebisinza okwongera enkola eyo mu maaso bya Museveni okuwa abalamuzi ebyeyo, naye waliwo abakyogeddeko leero, eyo enfuga y'okuwa abalamuzi ebyeyo ebajja mu amaanyi, ebajja mu okwetongola, ebajja mu independence. So nakyo ekyo tukivumirira, naye ensonga ekisinza okutuleeta wano kusaba Baguma nti fayiro agizeyo mu ICD oba agizeyo Nakawa, naye tetumwagala mu fayiro eyo. Ate Besigye ne Rutale tebagenda ku apiyaringa kooti gy'alimu. Mutuyambe ku Baguma kubanga lwaki alemera musango gwa Besigye, kubanga singa Baguma tagulemeddemu ate okugulemeramu okumutulugunya, singa Besigye ne Rutale baavaayo tunaatuukawa tunaakomawa nga balamuzi abatagala kubeerera ssemateeka balemera ku fayiro z'abantu kubatulugunya. Naffe tetulemera ku workers. Mutuyambe ku nsonga eno, mukivumirire, mukoleko kye mukola kasita kibeera mu mateeka, Baguma aguveemu. Mumusindikire bu message, mumubuulire. Tulina okubeerera wamu ne tukwatira wamu, tetusobola kuleeta enkyukakyuka mu nfuga ya Uganda aba mu mateeka ga Uganda bwe baga implementiza nga tetukwatidde wamu kuba ne tukibalekerera Besigye ne Rutale nti bavundire Luzira kubanga Baguma alemedde mu fayiro. Katukwatire wamu, agali wamu ge gakola ki? Mukitegedde. Tuzze kubakakasa ebigambo ebiva mu baklayanti baffe Dr. Besigye ne Ajobed Rutale. Ffe nga muku bannamateeka ababakiikirira mu kooti batusabye era ne batugamba tetulina kulabika mu maaso g'omulamuzi ayina sayidi gye yatutte oba nga teyetengeredde nga byasala si bibyo byayagala, si mateeka bye bamulagira okujjako abamuteekamu eyo ofiisi abamutuusaku eyo division ya criminal ya high court bye baagala. Naye batusabye tubolaba ne t-shirt ze twambadde olunaku olwaleero zirina obubaka obukakasa nti tetugenda kugenda mu maaso ga Baguma nga tunoonya bwenkanya ate nga yakulidde abatulugunya abantu nga tagoberera mateeka. Ssemateeka ewa ekitongole ekiramuzi obuyinza okuba nga yeetengeredde era nga byekola birina okugoberera amateeka, ennono z'abantu, biki bye basuubira ne biki bye baagala. Naye bw'oba bivuddeko oba tokyali mulamuzi nga Baguma bwe yakoze, fayiro bazisindika mu kooti ya International Crimes Division nti abantu baffe gye baba bagenda okwewozaako, ye lwaki yaziwamba n'aziteeka mu Criminal Division? Era tumugamba nti ffe tukulagira nga client baffe boogera nti tolina kubeera mu ezo fayiro, oziteeke gye bazisindika. Bw'oba owulira nti ozaagala nnyo 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 era olina ky'ozaagaza,
zize eri ku kooti ente y'enakawa era omulamuzi ajja ziteekawo zaagala naye baklayant baffe tebagenda kujja mu maaso go era n'essaawa zino singa tuli mu ofiisi yo ng'otuwa direction zina tugenda kujja buno obubaka olina okubufuna tetugenda kulabika tuleke era kola ebirala kola amateeka kye galagira ekitongole eky'amateeka era tugenda kiwandiikira okuva nga tuvudde wano Uganda Law Society naye ina okujja ku nsonga zino ezoogereko omulamuzi bw'aba alaze oludda lweyekubiriramu lwaki temuvayo ne mugambako ng'aba tutwala abanamateeka abalala lwaki temuvayo ne mutukwatizaako era tugenda bawandiikira bwe muba temuyina kye mukoze ku nsonga zino ng'ogasseeko n'abalamuzi abakoberera eyo in acting capacities kitegeeza nti ne judgment ne ruling zonna zebawa nazo ziba za acting kitegeeza waliwo alina okujja ng'azikonfaminga era ekyo tetukyakikkiriza kigende mu maaso muveeyo nammwe mutwegatteko tulwanire lino eggwanga tununule ekitongole kiramuzi. As the society that takes the lawyers, the advocates, this is your call also. We are going to write you as the lawyers representing Dr. Besigye, Lutale, and other political prisoners that you must come out clearly and make your point and position about the issue of biased judges, politically related judges that don't act according to the law, the norms and aspirations of the people, considering their independence, but they are favoring those that appointed them, maybe because they want promotions. This must stop. You must come and make your position clear. Join and fight for the society, the community, fight for the local people and show where you belong. If you also want to side with the militarism, to side with the judiciary that is incompetent, you also make it clear so that we know and we'll see how to handle you as the Uganda Law Society. Your position must be clear. You must advocate for the good governance, rule of law, and the independence of the judiciary. That is our point.
So you cannot keep your boot on the necks of honorable citizens like Lutale and Besigye and think that you are somehow insulated from criticism or from these kinds of actions merely because you are a judge. You must act as the law prescribes. So we're not here seeking favors. This is what he ought to do. Yes.
Officers of reason have done their part. There is something called peaceful protest. The language of the unheard is coming for Emmanuel Baguma. This country has peaceful protesters. This country is full of relatives and friends and well-wishers of Dr. Besigye and Haji Lutale. And we vow to visit Baguma Emmanuel using the language of the unheard. Peaceful protest is going to be engaged and he will act as he should. I implore all peace-loving Ugandans, all people that care something about justice. I implore other friends of Uganda, foreign dignitaries to Uganda, I implore you to show us that rule of law still means something with your partner Uganda government. We are going to protest about the continued illegal detention of Dr. Kiza Besigye and Lutale, including other political prisoners. We are going to reawaken the spirit of peaceful protest. We are going to visit Baguma Emmanuel, wherever, be it at his home, on the roads, or at the courts of law, and speak the language of the unheard. We don't just speak, we have actions that are going to shake him out of his comfort as he continues to torture these honorable people. Thank you.
Omusumba ye n'asaba n'agamba bagawugule gagende wakumuluma 13
era mbyagalire ddala pulezidenti wange
betwasaba bajje batusabire tebakoze eki tebalabise
tugenda kwekalakasa paka kulumya